Mike Clevinger, you're kind of scoffing at the fact that if he's up there for trade.
Yeah, I think people. This is the hot stove league.
Right.
It's hot stove season. People have to have something to write about. And when you talk about Lindor and the Dodgers, and the Dodgers won't put Lux in. So the Indians won't.
Well, that's the bargaining chip.
Yeah, so throw Clevinger in there, but you've already traded Bauer and Kluber in less than 6 months, and now you're going to trade the ace in waiting? I mean,
you talk about ace in waiting. Look at these numbers. In 126 innings, he went 13-4, and I know they think wins don't matter that much. I'll take wins over losses, no question about that. 2.71 ERA, 169 strikeouts, and 30. Look at that, 169 Ks to 37 walks.
And he missed 2.5 months of the season. This is a guy that went I think 11-2. After the All-Star break.
Think about that. He had a bad back, and you'd think it's going to go out at any time, and it not only didn't go out, it seemed to get stronger.
Yeah, and then when he came back, he twisted his ankle in Texas. He had to go back on the DL and came back after that. So, this is a guy, I think he's geared for a great year.
All right, so we looked at 9 outfielders, and none really thrill me. Maybe one. Maybe Oscar Mercado, maybe.
And Luplow, I think I'd like to see him get a chance against, right-handers.
Right.
Because he did so well against lefties, but we'll see.
But one thing the Indians have, and they've had it for years, and that is young starting pitching. Number one, how do they keep doing that when they have trouble getting young position players, but they don't have much trouble getting good numbers of young pitching?
Well, they've had a great player development. Drafting, player development. Bieber, Plesac, and Civale were all drafted in 2016.
That's unbelievable.
That's pretty good. And and 2 years later, Bieber, 3 years later, they're all in the big leagues, and Bieber, finishes 4th in the Cy Young voting.
I keep thinking if 1 out of 3 did well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
3 out of 3 did well.
Yeah, and so they've had Ruben Niebla. Was a pitching coordinator there for 9 years, maybe 7 years, but he's been with the organization for 19 years. Now, he got moved up to the big league staff, and Matt Blake was the director of, he was another pitching coach. He just got hired by the Yankees to be their hitting
Right, he had signed
coach.
To stay with Cleveland, and he moved over there.
So those two guys really
That's pretty impressive for him.
Yeah, I mean, the guy never was a professional coach.
Right.
I think he coached in the Cape Cod League, but he's one of you see more and more of that in baseball now. A lot of college coaches getting hired, a lot of guys from these performance schools.
Is there another batch of pitchers coming up after that?
Well, I think.
Or do you sit back and take a deep breath?
We got to see Tristan McKenzie. They've got a couple guys they got from Scott Moss and Logan Allen from in the Bauer deal. 2 lefties that they got put on the 40-man. So, and McKenzie's the guy I want to see. Number one pick in 2015, but he's been hurt.
All right, you got to do me a